you've had sort of a time to digest Saturday. Has your thought changed in the sense of the performance was good and the result wasn't quite what it should have been?
Yeah, I think so. I think that my opinion on that one hasn't changed. I think I baffled you and myself when I think you asked me. I got a guy working with me at the minute, and he listened to my interview with you, and you asked me what am I going to do about it, and I said about us winning points, and I said I don't know, and he said I thought that was a good response because that's what I was talking to him about over the weekend, and I think I baffled you, and I've got to come up with the answers. I'm looking at how my staff, what we say to them at half time. We're trying to get everything right, and we're going to speak to the players today. We have let points go. We could be right up there, but we understand we have let points go. I don't think we're a team who sit back, but for whatever reason we have dropped a number of points, particularly late on not particularly late on in second half performances, particularly away from home. And it's something we've got to talk. We're going to have a talk to the boys today. If there's anything we can do, if there's anything we can do better, what we don't particularly do well enough. It's something we're going to have a look at. And the good thing is we're doing it on the back of an unbeaten run. We're not doing it as a drastic measure to pick up form, to pick up to get us out of a troubled place. We're doing all right, and we're going to have a chat this morning just to sort of see if there's anything that we can do slightly better off the field to make us, see games out better, perform better in second halves. I've got my own theories, and I'll be talking about one or two things with the boys, but I'm going to let them see if they come back with anything. They got to take a little bit of ownership, because when we play well, we're a joy to watch, and we just tend to come off it every now and again, and that's having a small squad as well. I'm not blaming. We're not blaming anybody. We've got a small squad, and you keep asking all the time, more and more of them, and it's difficult. The analogy, I was speaking to my staff this morning. We were talking about what the club's done in the past and other squads, and I remember a time when Wes was saying, John Ward in particular would be winning games or whatever in games, and then after 60-70 minutes he'd throw on Spence and Kay, and just two big presents like that and two powerful players like that can make a hell of a difference. But there was obviously a bigger squad here at the time. We haven't got that luxury, if you like, but it's something we've got to overcome, and we'll be doing everything we can. While I'm looking at what my role, what I speak to them about, how I deliver what I want to deliver, and get them up for it, and how we talk set at half times, because we want to be as good as we can be. The players have done absolutely brilliant so far, and we just want them to get better and better.
I'm sure you've mentioned this, but you start well. You probably wouldn't need many fingers to count the number of poor starts you've had. It's almost like, how do you go about winning second halves, I suppose?
Yeah, I suppose so. The one thing we don't want to do is we're not making a big thing of it in terms of, I've rambled on there for a couple of minutes, but it's hopefully we're fine-tuning a decent outfit, and it's just how can we just finish games off better than we are. The hardest thing, if you like, is starting games well, but we managed to do that. It's the hardest thing in the world to come back, and we've done it from being goals down, but we are starting well, and we've just got to turn these 1 points into 3, and we could be a hell of a lot higher. But there'll be a lot of people saying that, but I've just spoken to a few managers this morning about other things, and there's very little in it in the whole league, and we've been proved that we can compete with the big boys. Shrewsbury is supposed to be a top team. I thought we were the best team by a country mile. I thought we played some great stuff. Yes, they put us under pressure, but Brownie's not had a shot to save, and we're desperately disappointed that we didn't come away with Saturday on 3 points that I felt we deserved, and it's now up to us to go and put that right tomorrow with one, a performance, and two, the result against Southend.
Is it the old adage, really, that if you keep playing like you're playing, the results will eventually spin out for you?
Performances definitely get you results, eventually long term. Some of the performances I've got, like I said on Saturday, I've got people on the bench who I expected to be in my starting 11, and they're not, and that's testament to the boys on the shirts, because they are playing well. We're just, like I said, it's not. We're having this chat on the back of an unbeaten run, but we've just got to convert a few more games into wins, and if we do that, we'll be right at it. The league's open, it's tight. A couple of wins, a couple of defeats, you can go up and down a few places. We've just got to make sure that we maintain what we're doing and just keep progressing.
4 of the next 5 games are at home. You've been on the road a bit lately, but here's a chance to make some real progress.
Yeah, tough ones, mind. There's no easy ones. Southend will be really tough tomorrow. They got 3 players back from suspension from Saturday, and they got beat, so they'll be massively up for it. We've got a tough one against Stockport. Then we've got Bradford and Wickham. They're tough, but all we've got to concentrate on is tomorrow. We've got to concentrate on making sure that we're focused and we put in the performance that we did on Saturday. And if we do that and just be a little bit more ruthless, we're talking about what we can do better. We can certainly be a little bit more ruthless in all areas of the pitch.
Peculiar situation, isn't it? Because you've played them for 65 minutes and then had that lead and the match taken away from you. So they've had a look at you, but you've had a look at them.
Yeah, it is a strange one. But these things happen every now and again, and hopefully it'll be a decent night, floodlights, and I just urge as many supporters as we can to get down there. It's half price admission. Come and watch the boys, and hopefully we'll put on a show. Hopefully we'll put on a good performance, and hopefully we'll get 3 points. It'd be great if we got a really good crowd tomorrow night, and if for instance if Saturday was called off, it would just ease everything. If we had a good crowd, it would just put a smile on the chairman's face, and hopefully we give him 3 points, and it'll put a smile on the face of everybody.
Wes didn't play in the abandoned game. He's back now. He looked sharp on Saturday. He took his goal really well. Do you think he's getting back to that early season form again?
Yeah, I mean, he's out. He missed 5 weeks of the season with his thigh, and your sharpness does go, particularly your forwards, your bright, lively, quick players, and it's taken him a couple of weeks, and then with the added problem of the weather. But I thought there were signs against Southampton when he came on that he was getting there, and I thought he was excellent for as long as he played on Saturday. But he's got to keep working at it, and that's what he wants to do. And he's great to work with on the training ground. He wants to keep improving, keep working at his partnerships with Jeff, with Sean, with whoever plays up there with him, and he just wants to score goals, and that's brilliant for us.
And stay, do you think?
Let's hope so. We don't want to get drawn into that. He's here, at least for the rest of the season, and it's up to us to convince him that he should be playing his football here for the future.
How about those who had knocks on Saturday?
Should be okay. Wes had him in yesterday, a couple of the boys. Birdie, Jeff got knocks on various parts of their body, but I'm hoping that everybody will be fit.
Just a word about Jeff. Is he a player's player? Because at the moment he just appears to be linking everything up. He's making goals for other people, and he's almost what would you call it? I wouldn't you say he's unheralded, but he does a lot of the unfashionable stuff sometimes.
I think what I've got to do even more is convince him how, and I do keep telling him, but I've got to convince him how important he is for us. I know Wes is getting the plaudits of goals and people at the back and midfield players saying how good Marlon Pack is and how good such and such is. Jeff Goulding is massive for this current crop of players, and I've tried to get that through to him, and I think he understands, but I don't think he quite understands how important it is for us. And I think that's my next job. I thought for 60 minutes on Saturday he was unplayable. I thought he linked well with Wes. They've got a great understanding. Like I say, he's not a big. He's 6'2", but he's not a big powerhouse in terms of he'll batter people. But he's very good at what he does, He brings people into play. He's got great feet, great ability, and he's strong on the ball, and his partnership's going really well. I've just got to convince him that how important he is to us. He really is a big player for us.
Does that say that he's quite a sort of a laid back, almost understated sort of character then?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he wants to win everything. He's a real. He's not soft. He's not far from soft. But I think we can convince him even more that how vital he is for us when we're doing well.
Okay. Mark, you've been in nearly a year now, and you're talking about how you can improve further still to try and get into the promotion places. But how have you turned this team into a team that were almost on the way out of the Football League into a team that you're talking about how you can just go over a little bit more? How have you done it?
We've not. I don't know. We've not. All we've done since we've come here is tried to work as hard as we possibly can, and that means whether it's in the offices, whether it's going and watching games and looking at players and looking at possible targets, whether it's on the training ground, whatever it is, we just try and give it everything, and that's all I ask of any of my staff. It's all I asked of any of the players last year, and it's what I'm asking them of this year. The one thing I want them to do it with is a smile on their face. If they do it with a smile on their face, it means they'll be enjoying it, and if you enjoy something, you'll ultimately do things better. We're far from the finished article, and there's a lot of hard work to continue, a lot of hard work to carry on to keep us going in the direction that we want to go in. It's a really tight league. We're in a far healthier position at the moment than we were this time last year, but we won't be resting on any laurels. We've got a lot of hard work to do, and we're all really looking forward to pushing on.
You said Wes is going to be here till at least the end of the season. If hypothetically an offer came in January, would you be doing all you can to keep him?
I don't know. Of course I would, yeah. But I could say one thing and it could change. We're not stupid. We're not naive. We want him here. We want to convince him that this is the place for him to play his football. The downside on that is he's a London boy. His girlfriend's pregnant, and there's going to be pulls back to the big smoke. But listen, he's here. He's ours. We want him to score goals for us. He wants a little bit of breathing space to get back to playing where and scoring goals, and then like I said, we'll sit down and chat to him at the right time to try and convince him that he stays.
Yeah, I think a couple of players have got appearance clauses in the contract. Some of them
listen, it could have been a mistake on my part that I didn't get that in. I had a chat with Paul Godfrey the other day, but listen, every one of the players was a risk, if you like, when we got him here, and we didn't do it. Obviously, you regret that now, but listen, that's life. We just got to get on with it. He loves it here, and he's getting his chance for a real run in the first team. I don't want to make it a big Wes Thomas thing. He's here, he's ours, and hopefully he can get us going further up the table.
Yeah. Portsmouth have got a couple of injuries at the moment in midfield. I think. Could they recall?
I don't mean tough, but he's here for the season. Yeah. No, they can't recall him now. I don't mean that at all. But I don't think they'll be. Well, it's not a possibility anyway.
It's not part of the deal.
No, Marlon's here for the season, and he's doing exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Grand.